All right, cool. Let's do it. Control. 100%. Starts now. I could be doing better. My autism decided today would be a non-verbal day. I've forced myself to talk for 2.5 hours, so now my brain is mad at me. Oh, man. I'm sorry for that.
This is gonna be weirder than usual. Can't be helped. You called me. So here I am. I know I shut you out sometimes. I'm always glad to hear from you. It's just that I get my hopes up. So many times it's led to nothing. I found nothing. It's like we live in a room and there's a poster on the wall. We stare at it and we think that's the whole world. The room and the poster. The picture's something nice. A landscape, a famous person. Like in that movie, what is it called? The prison movie. The room's a cell, and the picture, it's different for each of us. It can be beautiful or terrible, but we're all transfixed. But it's all a lie. Something to distract us from the truth. They're lying to us. We're lying to ourselves. The room's not the world. The world is much bigger and much stranger. There's a hole hidden behind that poster that leads to the real world. We all feel safe in that room. But sometimes something crawls out from behind the poster. And the ones that see it happen freak out and try to forget what they saw. I'm here. Why did you bring me here? Hello? Anyone here?
All right. How are the audio levels? Does everything sound all right, volume-wise? And thank you, Tolly. Yes, I literally realized that like 10 seconds ago. But can I get a measure on the audio levels? I'm gonna check it up just a tiny bit. Not doing speedrun tech. So weird. All right, we got our first correspondence here. This is correspondence. Reminder, certain objects are not allowed inside the Bureau. Recent incidents have necessitated an issued reminder on prohibited materials. Unauthorized weapons, pages, laptops, smartwatches, smartphones, smart gaming devices, anything smart, and number two pencils, and any objects considered iconic representations of an archetypal concept, e.g. rubber ducks or ketchup bottles. All material under Bureau investigation is to be brought in through the private entrances. If you see any lobby personnel in breach of these policies, please notify your supervisor immediately. I wonder why rubber ducks. I wonder if that gets explained later. It's actually been so long since I've just casually explored this game.
This seal. I saw it a long time ago.
So we are in the Federal Bureau of Control. Legolas, thank you for the newt. We are in the Federal Bureau of Control. The Federal Bureau of Control is basically an organization set on containing and capturing what's called an object of power. An object of power is an everyday item that has been affected by an altered world event, which is basically where the fragment of our world opens and then power from another dimension or another reality seeps in and causes something to happen to that object that gives it some kind of a special power. We're going to learn more about every object is different and has a different is affected in a different way by different altered world events, and we're going to learn about them as we go. We got another collectible here. Staffing surveillance, data center initiative, construction, office equipment, janitorial costs, mold removal, HQ livability costs. For cost breakdown spreadsheet, see page 5 for 5-year comparison chart. See page 9. It's just an expenditure report on what the Bureau is spending money on. Yo, what's up, Wreck-It? Oh, dude, I'm so fucking proud of you, man. All right. This is Casper Darling. We're going to meet him a lot. And this is Artie the janitor. We're going to see him a lot. And this is Director Trench. We're going to hear him a lot, but we're not going to see him very regularly. We are going to see him very soon, though. I like how it's like, it seems really like a modern fantasy bathroom here. A modern fancy bathroom here. And then you've just got a broom being stored in the toilet. And toilet paper just on the floor. Emergency first aid cabinet. Step ladder.
Federal Bureau of Control. All these years I've been looking for them and they were hiding in plain sight.
Yo, what's up, Benj? How you doing? Like many sites you've worked at? All right, correspondence. Security order. A shark in his blank, although secure, blank, permission to blank, following basic protocol, blank, shoot to kill, blank, good luck. Yeah, what is her name? You're asking the wrong fucking person for Marvel stuff, Dane. But, yeah, what is her name? She plays Scarlet Witch. Because, yes, I would approve of that. Although I think the girl who plays Jesse is Liz Olsen, thank you. Can't believe redacted. I should be saying redacted. Thank you, Banj. Federal Bureau of Control. Hello. As you should know by now, the R4 reports are due by the end of the week. We're still waiting on them from a number of people. If you need an extension, please request form R4.E from your supervisor. If you think you're exempt from filling an R4, then you'll need to get written permission from your department chief saying so. Remember, R4s are mandatory under Section 79.2 of the Employee Manual. If your R4 requires interdepartmental claims, then please contact the appropriate department head, Dr. Darling, Ms. Marshall, Mr. Salvador, or Mr. Kirkland, as needed. They'll be busy on Thursday in their annual policy review, so please schedule accordingly. Best, your admin team. Right, nothing else of interest in there.
Hello?
Nothing of interest in here. Something of very big interest right here.
There you are. You are here about the job. Janitor's assistant. You need to go to the interview. Go that way to the elevator.
Thanks. Elevator that way. Got it.
Very good. I'm Ahti, the janitor, by the way. You'll work for me. You can say I sent you. If they don't hire you, you are no helvet. There be work for the axe. Take them behind the sauna, jumalauta.
I've done enough night shift loner jobs to know it makes us come off weird. Ahti the janitor is a friendly face in my book.
Better than somebody with no face at all. Think about it. No face.
But that said, I know what you're thinking. If there's an axe murderer around, that's him.
So if you didn't just pick up on that, Artie just responded to a thought that we had. Where Jesse was thinking that Artie was a friendly face, Artie responded. bathroom as before. Well, different bathroom. Oh, wait, no, this is actually the same bathroom. Whoa! What the fuck? I have never noticed that before. This is where we came in. Artie's painting has been replaced with the elevator. Yo! I've never noticed that before. That's so dope.
The cell and the poster. I was 11 years old the first time I saw behind the poster. They told me I imagined it. I've been trying to pull it down ever since. Will you help?
Okay, I'm pretty sure I can talk over the opening credits. So, the janitor's assistant is the job we're apparently here for, which leads into the theory about the game that Artie is actually the one, quote unquote, in charge of the Bureau. This is where the discussion around the second law of thermodynamics comes in, where a system that remains untouched will never decrease in entropy, right? Entropy is the level of chaos in a system. So just like a dirty sink, right? Or a sink.
Can I leave you there for a moment? You
Jesse,
know what's
do
on
you
my
mind?
mind. My baby brother, Dylan.
We'll return to this.
17 years since the men of this bureau took him.
Okay, so the idea that a system untouched by us will never have its level of entropy reduced. It'll just get more and more chaotic, right? Artie is the maintenance that reduces the level of entropy. And in a place like the Federal Bureau of Control, where there is so much chaos and so much wild shit going on, someone like the janitor is arguably the most important person. He's the reason we're able to get through the ashtray maze later on. He is basically the one who knows everything. Is it actually called negentropy? That's pretty cool. Yes, thank you, Benj. I couldn't remember what the exact wording of the law was. But yeah, it's the idea that Artie is the only thing that reduces the level of entropy. And here we can see that there's an internal lockdown as well as an external lockdown. So we have both internal and external lockdowns. There are multiple containment breaches, multiple building shifts have been detected, the head of research needs to override, and the HRA protocol has been activated. So we're about to learn about the HRAs. First, which unread? There we go. Federal Bureau of Control. Reminder regarding drafting any public-facing material. While penning any notifications of death related to the Willow AWE, so AWE again is Altered World Effect, please adhere to the following guidelines. Words/phrase to use. In service of his/her country, regret, proud/pride will be remembered. Words/phrases to avoid. Alaska, scissors, blood or bleed, loss, and apologies or sorry. So obviously an AWE happened in Willow, which I'm assuming is in Alaska. So just put that in your head. Willow AWE. I imagine that we'll probably learn more about the Willow AWE soon. All right, I don't have clearance yet. What's up, Will? How you doing, man? Why am I not supposed to be here? Oh, I said I'm not supposed to be in that room. No, I haven't been hired yet, so it's okay. Barbara, I am not to be disturbed. Cancel all my appointments for the day, for the rest of the week. I can't trust them, Barbara. Not a single one. Trench. So reminder, Trench is the current director of the Bureau. And you could go as far as to say, oh, that's Central Exec. He's about to go out with a bang.
Shit. Shit.
So here's Director Trench.
I need to pick it up? The murder weapon? Really? Something's outside. Was coming here a mistake?
Rip.
And there goes the poster.
Objects of power can cause or be results of AWE's altered world events, intrusions upon the perceived reality. Now, the service weapon is, of course, a prime example of an OOP, a very powerful one. Ingrained in the Bureau's DNA, a key component in our prime candidate program. Come out of that Russian roulette a winner and you're it.
Look at this place. Where am I?
And now we're in the astral plane. The astral plane is a cognitive realm that is linked to the oldest house, which is what they call it's basically the building that the Bureau exists in is known as the oldest house. So you'll hear me call it Bureau, you'll hear me call it oldest house many times over.
The same guy. Okay.
So now
I have a gun.
we've bound to the service weapon. There we go. Which is a weapon that only the director can wield. So naturally, because we've now bound to it, we're the new director of the Federal Bureau of Control. However, we were here for the janitor's assisted position, which gives more credence to that thought that I was mentioning earlier, that Artie is actually the one in control, and the director, the one who can sign off on everything, and you know, the demonstratable head of the Bureau, is his assistant, rather than the janitor being the janitor and the director being the one in charge.
Something's coming. This threat. An attack. Duty as director. Keep the Bureau safe.
Did you hear that? It's the dead man. Right after the pyramid spoke to me, and it was just noise, and I understood every word. And this gun's alive. You know what? I'm happy. Happy to be here. Things have quieted down outside. Is it safe to go?
So you, in the previous cutscene, there was the line, you/we now control the gun/you, which sort of talks about how the board of directors, who is communicating to us when we're in the astral plane, they oversee the FBC, if you will. They have total control over us now that we have the gun. And we can already see things have updated. So we have now the picture. I don't know why we have a picture of ourselves, but here's Trench. Holy shit, is that Putin? I don't know, that's somebody. Kind of looks like Putin. But now we're off. And oh shit!
You can't let this happen. 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 You stopped it. You... Oh, thank you. That was... horror.
Do we have security clearance now that we're the director? No. Okay, so in our head, there is an entity by the name of Polaris. That's who Jesse is talking to. We kind of take the role of Polaris, I guess. And in the physics of sound, when there are two waves, or two sound waves that are directly opposed, they cancel one another out, right? Same way, like the best way is it described in the Gaming University video is like two ocean waves crashing into one another at the same time. Like the same ocean wave coming from two different directions and crashing in would cancel one another out, right? So similarly, the sound created by the hiss, which is the enemy in the game, gets cancelled out by Polaris, which is why we're able to survive against the hiss. Like the three guys we just shot were employees of the Federal Bureau of Control that were overtaken by the hiss. They have basically become mind-controlled, if you will, by what is essentially an auditory monster. And we just happen to have an auditory guardian in Polaris.
Secure line of communication. Guidance. Reach the hotline.
The hotline. Isn't it? Okay.
Oh, why was I looking for them? I know they spawn there. Okay, cool. So you'll see Polaris's interactions when the edges of the screen go kind of blurry. It's like you see some shapes around the edge of the screen. That's Polaris. Correspondence. Executive meeting minutes. Federal Bureau of Control. Agenda items for next executive meeting. Rising costs of AWE response. Update on the mold eradication efforts. Upcoming annual salary review. New supplier of coffee filters to be found and vetted. Please come prepared. Thank you for your time. Oh, I've actually picked up more things as well. So here we go. So this is the Hiss Guard. So these are the only enemies we've encountered so far. Field research on Hiss entity. Hiss corrupted security guard. Confidential. Summary. The Bureau has many internal security personnel. The Hiss was quick to take advantage of this fact. Hiss guards use the standard issue bullpup rifles they carried prior to corruption, while the armored guards carry pump-action shotguns. They have no observed paranatural abilities, with the exception that certain Hiss guards are protected by a shielding of dense Hiss resonance, capable of stopping bullets. Is this shielding a result of prolonged Hiss corruption? Does the Hiss mature in organic hosts over time? More data is needed. Did the Hiss target individuals with combat training? Does the Hiss have a level of cognizance? Does it utilize hosts for tasks they are best suited to? Combat-trained hosts are reserved for combat? These are all questions for later, though it is obvious that corrupted individuals retain knowledge on the use of their weapons. Refer to file redacted for full report. And here we have a photo of Zachariah Trench, the former director of the Federal Bureau of Control. The quote, "So much is expected from the director, the responsibility, the privilege." We have a case file on the gun, or the service weapon. Containment procedure. No unique procedures required. Description / para-utility. The object's form is variable. When bound, the object allows para-utilitarians to redacted. This object must only be bound by individuals seeking the role of redacted. The object will determine whether redacted. If rejected, the applicant is terminated. The process is dictated by the redacted, though their criteria is unknown. Background. The object was discovered inside the oldest house, in the room that is now used as the director's office. The popular hypothesis, redacted, many forms throughout history. Redacted, Mjolnir, Excalibur, Varanastra, all weapons that, redacted, of their wielders. If the object of power and the convergence of forces based on the collective subconscious, then this may be the original manifestation of that event. If this is the case, redacted. See Dr. Darling, presentation 11.1 for more details. So, from this, it is theorized that the service weapon that we now wield was also Mjolnir, Excalibur, etc., etc. So it is a weapon of great power. I think this is what we just watched.
Objects of power.
Correct. That is the cutscene that we just watched. Here we are again. Oh, damn, look at those reflections, though. God, the ray tracing in this game is fucking beautiful. I never get to appreciate it because we play on the lowest settings in the speedrun. Oh, and there we've got a guy. He's just hanging out over here. I was going to say, I just saw a circle in here somewhere.
Reminder, if you experience an unanticipated building shift, follow these simple steps. 1. Search the room for any altered items or objects of power. 2. Carry the altered item or object of power to the nearest safe room. 3. Wait for Bureau staff to find you and the object. If there are no altered items or objects of power in the vicinity, then reach your supervisor via the nearest intercom and await further instructions. Thank you for your attention.
Oh, she just messaged me actually, Tolly. Thank you. Thank you. Chuck, welcome in. You're fucking beautiful. And light the beam, Chuck. Light the beam. Alright, do we have anything else to interact with? Yes, we do. Dinner reservations. Dinner reservations at 7 p.m. at Chez Ombre. Wife will meet you there. Don't be late. Flowers are ready for you at the lobby reception. Reminder, she is turning 46. I don't think I can get into here yet. Oh no, I can. Cool. You're actually going to get to see different guns as well, which is so wild. Marshall, AWE investigations. So we are going to meet Marshall later. For Marshall's eyes only. So this is to Marshall from Keenum on the subject of another dud. Marshall, we checked out the suspected AWE in Duluth. Wasn't anything. Just like the house fire before this and the malfunctioning clothes dryer before that. My team is getting pretty sick of duds. We need to find a better way to sort the fake AWEs from the real things. Or you need to rotate these field agents off for a bit. Anyway, we're en route to Sherman Ranch, next one on the list. Let's hope it's a little livelier there. Sincerely, Special Agent Keenum. Close this door again, just, because we weren't fucking born in a tent.
The hissing sound that tried to invade me earlier. The hiss. Burrowing into everything in this place. Is the hiss your enemy? Alright.
That's
it's
Polaris.
Our enemy. That babble's contagious. It burrows in like an infuriating melody that makes you hum it over and over.
So yeah, so these guys here, the ones that have basically become corpses from the hiss. So they're acting as a sort of relay station, if you will. So basically they are hearing the same hiss that Jesse was hearing earlier, but they didn't have Polaris to protect them. So they've become killed, and now, if you listen very carefully, they're just chanting over and over and over again. And basically, they are acting as a boosting signal for the hiss. So the hiss is going into them and then using them to extend its range so that it was able to spread through the Federal Bureau of Control very quickly. Oh, looks like they have a book club. Enjoy literature / intellectual conversation. Please then join Hartwell's. They meet at the Dead Letter Office. Okay, I can't read the rest of that. Someone selling an acoustic guitar for $50? Turns out it's pretty hard. If interested, see Greg in maintenance. Spinning out of control. Speak in moderate volume. No personal calls, no food or drink around bureau documents or in the copy room, no using the photocopier for personal projects, or the 3D printer, or the bureau stationery. Wear access badge at all times, no discussing confidential projects out loud, and the one to finish the coffee pot makes a new one. Here's some new people to the oldest house. I believe these are the developers, but I'm actually not certain about that. Good morning, Ella. Oh, we had quite a conundrum earlier, Ella. Who let Hoobastank in? Federal Bureau of Control. How to handle unscheduled visitors entering the lobby. Start with the following. Welcome to the Federal Bureau of Control. Established in 1964 as part of an effort to strengthen government relations, we are proud to serve the United States and her people as we strive for transparency and excellence in all aspects of our esteemed nation's infrastructure. If they do not leave, then ask them these questions. Are you here to see someone? Are you from New York or just visiting? How did you find this place? If their answers are sufficiently harmless, explain that this is a secure federal office and they'll need to leave. If their answers seem redacted, escort them to a private room. There, perform the Gunnar's psychological assessment. If their responses are within the acceptable range of deviance, see the provided scoring sheet, then redacted immediately. Remember, there is no such thing as too suspicious. I'm just going to go in and clear out. Urban legends. Summary. Urban legends are believed to affect the creation of altered materials, but can also dictate the characteristics of an altered world event. Urban legends are understood as the modern evolution of Jung's archetypes. We recognize certain redacted, informed by our own redacted, and popularized by our media. We have additionally proven that urban legends can be artificially redacted in popular culture using Redacted, our Bureau-made anthology television program. Once these seeds are sown, human imagination exacerbates the details. Certain paranatural phenomena contain clear elements of popularized folklore, AWEs that only occur on Redacted. A pair of scissors that consume human Redacted through 2 punctures of the Redacted. These details, living in the minds of so many, have been given strength through belief. Urban legends are not just stories for children, they are paranatural realities waiting to happen. Refer to file 493-6942 for full report. That's almost -69420. Nice. So there's the mention of scissors again. We heard about the scissors first of all in the Willow AWE. But Ella, yeah, we had a severe predicament earlier because I forgot what time I was supposed to call you, and I didn't know if I should call you and risk waking you up before was necessary. It was your 7 a.m. I was supposed to call you? Okay, cool. So I rang you, but you didn't pick up. So I'm assuming you've awoken okay? So this is incredibly important symbolism. The inverted black pyramid.
What does that mean? Help me fix it.
And as here we can see the Polaris drawing our attention to something. And now we're going to cleanse it.